30 minutes, Lieutenant Laura Jennings said into the silence of the construct activation unit. A digital clock on the wall counted down the seconds in blue letters. Tick, tick, tick. Melati sat up in her chair, eyes on her still blank monitor, her hands poised over the keys. I'm ready. In the ward, 9 cribs stood in 3 rows of 3, and within the cribs lay 9 boys, each surrounded by banks of equipment. The glow from the little LED lights in the machinery made a multicolored fuzz over their peachy skin. Their eyes were still closed, so peaceful. As usual, the C-shift had prepped the room, taken the heavy covers off the cribs, and removed the breathing apparatus, so the boys remained encased only in their spidery immobilization harnesses and pads and snaking leads of BCI, brain-computer interface, electronics. Air hissed out of ceiling vents against the background of the usual station noises. The rumbling of lifts through the station spokes, the clicking of expanding or contracting metal as the station rotated and parts of it moved in and out of sunlight, the distant clangs of docking and undocking ships, and the churning of ore processing machines and other industries in the station's bowels. Initiate wake-up sequence, Dr. Cheese said into his microphone without looking up from the computer. Cohort Grimshaw 152. Laura Jennings typed on her workstation. Melati hit initiate on her screen. The central computer hub responded with a subtle increase in humming frequency that would never be noticed if not for the intense silence in the room. A line of green light blinked into life on the large display above Dr. Chee's head. 9 dispensers stopped delivering sedative. 9 slow waves on the screen became intermittent, wriggly waves. 9 heart rate monitors increased their soft beeping. 9 heartbeats in perfect unison. Melati loved that moment when heartbeats synchronized for the first time. Some people believed it was the moment a construct cohort truly came alive, and the 9 children became aware, thinking humans. 40 beats per minute. 9 brain activity sensors recorded spikes of activity. 9 pairs of hands twitched. Chests went up, down, in increasing frequency. In her mind, Melati already saw these boys in her classroom. Young Grimshaw constructs were usually boisterous, couldn't sit still, couldn't stop talking, had to do stuff with their hands. 50 beats per minute. Data streamed across the screen, large blocks of mindbase code, in verb, noun, shorthand, organized in neat blocks of lines roughly the same length. Melati understood many of the lines, since she had written a lot of the scenarios that the code was based on. This was the prep module, everything the boys needed to know about their situation at awakening. Their names, that they were 6 years old, that they were students, that they had 8 brothers, that they were male, and that they were to be ordnance specialists. 60 beats per minute. Wait, one monitor was 2 beats ahead of the others. No, make that 3 beats. No, 5, 9. The boy already had his eyes open. He stared at the ceiling, blinking. Melati's monitor showed a spike of activity in one of the 9 columns. His heart rate was almost 100 beats per minute, and the mindbase modules that scrolled over Melati's screen were irregular and full of long and short lines. She definitely had not written these scenarios.